Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 6 of the Talking Puck podcast. Today, we are joined by starting goaltender of the UDPEI Panthers, Jonah Capriati. And yeah, Jonah, thanks for coming on.
No problem, guys. Happy to be here.
Yes, sir. So, we'll just start off by just saying, how was your season, your first season here playing in AUS? And yeah, how did it go?
Coming from D3, it was a little bit of an adjustment at start, but I was happy just to be able to find a spot back in Canada, and be able to come back. I missed a season with COVID down there, and things kind of weren't the way I thought it would be down there. So I was happy to come back home and be able to play up here. And I thought my first season was great. I loved every second of it, to be honest with you. And I told Forby, the coach, about it as well. Like, just we just had postseason interviews. And I had a blast. I loved it, every second of it, and I'm so excited for next year. And I know it just ended too, so it's going to be fun going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously coming from D3 in the States, how was that transition coming from D3 in the States, NCAA, to Division I AUS in Canada?
So I've had a couple of different conversations with different people about it. Kind of just comparing the two, and D3 in the States it's good. There's some guys who may not go D1 who are good academic people. So they'll try to find a good school for like schooling, not so much as playing hockey. And that's kind of what D3 is. It's more so like you're still a good hockey player, but you still want to focus on school. And there's not many people down there, though, where you have like people up here who want to play pro hockey after. Guys up here, they want to go on, they want to continue. Guys down there, they're more about working on Wall Street or working at their father's firm. It's more orientated to getting their education and going into the workforce, where up here people still want to play hockey. They still want to try to get to the next level. And it's a breath really of refreshing air, because guys down there, they didn't give a crap about hockey. They wanted to literally just do to school, play hockey to have fun, and then go work after. And then up here, you got guys who are wanting to go to the AHL, like Owen Hedrick or whoever, and they want to still play. And it's way more my alley. Like, I'm an academic student. I came here to play hockey and like get my degree and be able to try to possibly get into vet school here. And that was kind of the thing. I kind of just got lucky that I ended up playing as much as I did, but it's a little different. It's way more talented up here, and people actually care a lot more about the hockey aspect of it, which is nice.
And what you said about not having a season at Trinity last year, so did you guys just straight up not play at all?
No,
like zero games?
I went there for 2 weeks at the start of the season, started my first semester. It was my third year there. I practiced for about 2 weeks, and our team had a massive outbreak of COVID. I was one of those people who got COVID, like the first strain. So our season, basically, there was no season, it was just practicing. They already took off the season from the start. And then once our practicing got canceled, I just ended up going back home to Ontario, and I stayed the rest of the year there. I just did online school and just practiced a bunch. And then about, I don't know, maybe March, I committed here to come play at UPEI. So I didn't really even get to do anything down there. Wasn't even really associated with the team my third year down there. So, I was just basically skating at home, skating with my goalie coach, just working out and trying to get ready for what was our last season here.
Yeah.
You have some pretty sick pads, the CCM E-Flex 5s. Talk a little bit about those and how you got them.
I love these questions. These are awesome. I was always a Vaughn guy growing up. So with me, I'm still trying to see what we're doing for pads next year. But I was always a Vaughn guy growing up, so I always loved like Canadian-made pads, whatever. Like I always had like a lot of white with a little bit of color, just like a little. But my first year at Trinity, or actually I should say my first year at Junior A hockey, before I went to Trinity, I ended up getting all black pads, and I switched to like a dark color scheme, and I was like, let's try to do it this way. And it was my first time ever wearing CCM, and I loved them then. Went to Trinity, wore CCM my first year, and then I just sold my set from my second year at Trinity. They were in all blue with a little bit of gold, Bauer ultrasonic pads, and those are I think still, like, even with my pads I have now, those are my favorite pads I've ever worn. And I want to see if I can get back into Bauer. But my pads I love. I was just thinking about it the other day, like, for what they were and for how short notice I sent in my specs to Forby to like have made for me, like, when I first committed here. They're awesome. Like, I loved them. I have single break with like recessed knee foam in the inside. I can go on forever about pads and equipment. I'm one of those guys who's like a huge equipment nerd. So yeah, I like my color scheme. I try to make it simple and subtle with like a little bit of green and a little bit of white. Next time though, I might go all out. I might go all green, or I might go like just some crazy design on it, like a custom design. That'd be sick. That. So that's kind of the way I want to go. But from what I did, like stock colors, I like the stuff I have now. They feel great and they're light as hell. So nothing bad about that whatsoever.
Yeah, like
little custom design of like the UPI Panthers logo.
Yeah, you could do like the Panther, like that's on the jersey, or like the older jerseys, or I could even show you guys this, like even like this kind of logo here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying last year you had ultrasonics, but you just never got. Yeah.
I never got to wear them. I wore them for like 25 practices, whatever I practiced during the time I was home. I got the pads. I literally just practiced with them, and then I sold them here for, I don't know, $1,250. I think like for a brand new set of pads, someone picked them up basically for half price. So yeah, like I didn't even get to wear them, and I wish I could because they were sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like what about your mask? Like, I know a lot of guys, they have like a lot of hidden details. Do you like to put any like personal details in your mask at all?
Do you want to get my mask for you guys? It's just downstairs.
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah.
I'll be right back. I have this ready for you guys before I even did it. I didn't realize.
No, it's all good.
This is the first helmet I've ever got painted. I've never had a painted helmet before, so it was a kind of cool experience for me. And the guy
did you use decals in the past, like the stickers?
I've just like the odd sticker. Like, actually, I've never had any color like ever. My dad does auto body paint, so he made one stripe down the middle, and that's kind of what I wanted to do with this one. So that's why I kind of have the stripe down the middle, because it was always like that was the only other thing I've ever had. But no, this guy at Bruce, the guy from Sign FX, I think, or Sign, the place down by Eastlink Center. He did he did a great job.
Yeah.
And like, I wasn't expecting much. I didn't really care. I was like, whatever happens, however it comes out, like either way, I'm good with it. It's better than anything I've had in the past. But yeah, this is it here. You can kind of see, like, on the side here, if I remove the clip, I wanted a couple things. Like, I had like 3 main things I asked him to do. One of them was a ship. I wanted like a ship on the side. My family is a big fishing family from Newfoundland. Funny, I live in Ontario, but most of my family lives out here. So I got them to put a fisherman on the side. He wanted to do that instead. So you can kind of see there, he's on a dory with like bringing a line there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it just ghosted in. So I wanted everything like gray and white on the sides, kind of, just to make it look like in the background.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool, and he did a bunch of like maple leaf decals too with it, which was really nice add too. And then on the other side, I just wanted just like a simple logo. So like I got, like I said before, like the UPEI Panther logo, just ghosted in with like maple leaves all around. And then on the sides here, he just had like the Panthers. Kept it pretty simple, actually. Nothing too difficult for him, but like just Panthers with like a couple claw marks on it. And then he went to town on the lines. I just asked him for like just straight like a line down the middle, number on the front, and then lines on the top, and he did a really good job with it. But yeah, that's kind of it. The most important thing is on the back though. That's kind of where all goalies usually put like stuff that they have mementos or whatever to parents or whoever. So mine is our house number where I live now, like the house I bought, and then like just my name with the street sign, kind of like the street signs you'd see on any of the corners, literally.
Yeah.
And then I have like my dog. So I have a dog. She's a chocolate labradoodle. And so I got a picture of her and I gave it to him, and he put the decal of her face like on it.
Wow.
He did a really good job with it too. That was at Blooming Point taken too. So just a couple little things, like mostly like the dog and just having like the fisherman was like really the only thing I asked for, and maybe like the UPI Panthers logo. But I just kept it simple and wanted them to kind of just add a little bit of color, just make it like look good. Because I'm always one to wear white helmets, so it came out awesome though. Like it came great. And Cedric, the other goalie on our team, he just got his helmet made from Washington Capitals, or I guess South Carolina Stingrays, where he was on the East Coast, and it was done by you know who Dave Art is? He's like he's a big airbrush guy in the States. He did like an unbelievable like 3D like Washington Capital, like the eagle, and it was like a bunch of 3D decals on it. It was really cool. But I'm interested to see what he's gonna get for his helmet next year. Yeah,
because I remember the first time seeing him this year, he's all decked out in like the Washington gear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember the first game that you guys had home this year, after you got the mask, and it looked pretty dope. So
yeah, that was UNB. He's like, he texted me like the day before that. He's like, "It's ready. Do you want to like preview it for the game, or like have it ready for the game and use it?" And I was like, might as well. It's a game right before Christmas break, and like I literally picked it up, wore it that night for practice, and then wore it the next day for the game. It was just it came out great, so I was like, I might as well show it out. Like
And as you said about like just keeping things clean, even back at Salisbury, like not much going on. Then you switched to the black at the Dukes, and pretty dope.
Yeah, it was just basically before that.
So speaking of the Dukes, 2018, you went all the way to the RBC Cup like finals. Like, what was that journey like? Winning like where did I had it here? Anyway, like what was that journey like?
It was a fun ride, and that's kind of the thing I brought up here is with some of the guys. Is it's like the most fun I've had since that team. Even though we didn't win as much as we did on that team, but just it's the same homey feel and like good guys around that everyone gets along with each other. And that was my Dukes team. When I originally was in Victoria in the BCHL, I started Victoria. I was there. I started preseason, and the first couple games of the season, I was there with them as like a second, third goalie, and they promised me that I'd be starting whatever after prep school, and things didn't work out. Kind of the epitome of my whole career is like I end up trying to go somewhere. I have these people I need to beat out to like prove myself over and over again. Kind of what I did here, kind of what I did in Wellington as well. But I came home from Wellington just with my rights. I was like, just give me my rights and I'll go home and try to find a spot in the OJ. So I just called up a bunch of teams and I was like, hey, do you guys need a goalie? Hey, do you guys need a goalie? And luckily, Wellington was one of the teams that like had no real set starters or anything. So they gave me a shot, and like I went out and practiced with them for a couple of days and signed with the team. And then they weren't supposed to be strong at the start. So I was like, I was going to go there and just play a bunch of games and have fun with it. But we ended up turning out to be really good. We ended up turning out like to be, as we got on through the season, more guys committed D1. Guys were like looking to go, possibly guys that weren't even supposed to like play college hockey after were signed, like going D3 or whatever, and they were all loving it. So everyone on my team was getting better and better as the season went on, and we ended up upsetting against